Hello, it's the 2nd of May here in sunny Cornwall. It's actually been raining for the afternoon, but I've been in the greenhouse pottering, and it's a good excuse to, on a day like today, to spend time here. There's an awful lot going on at this time of year in a greenhouse, so let's have a little tour. Starting at the back, these are my early potatoes. I did a little video back in February, which is slightly tongue-in-cheek, but I said I'm going to try and get the earliest possible potatoes this year, and this is what I built. There's 3 things I did. The experiment's been a success, by the way. We've been eating potatoes, but what I did was I put them in this container raised up off the ground, and the idea is that the warmth higher up in the greenhouse, which is a precious commodity in February and March, we would just get them off the ground, off the ground, literally. It started a little bit earlier than if they were on the ground. The container is also a nice dark colour, so I figured it would soak up the heat of the sunlight, warm it up a little bit. And the third thing I did, they're quite low in the container, soil level's about here. So there was room for the potatoes to grow up underneath the glass cover that I put on top. Again, a greenhouse inside a greenhouse to warm it up a bit. Anyway, the bottom line is, the experiment worked very well. These potatoes down here are the same variety, planted same day, and they're going to produce a bigger crop, but they see that from the dark green colour that they've still got plenty of growing to do. Whereas these have gone quite pale now, which means that they're ready to crop. And last weekend, I actually dug up a small but rather wonderful little crop of early potatoes, and my wife and I have been eating potato salad all week. I made a video of that, which I will just clip in as proof that we did actually eat our own homegrown potatoes in April. I had a bit of a wardrobe failure, which you probably noticed that in the video, so I didn't make it into a proper video. So here we go. I've only dug up a couple of plants because I can see that the others might as well stay there till I need them. I mean, the whole idea of early potatoes is not that you get a vast crop, but that you get a very, very nice early crop. There we go, see? So right. And this will make us a nice potato salad for tonight. So that's 8 to 9 weeks. It's the end of April, it's not even May yet. I think the earliest potato experiment has worked. But the bottom line is that this fun little experiment was actually a great success, and it is really nice when it's still cold and miserable outside to be eating your homegrown new spuds. You know, it was great. Moving on to not quite the main crop, but the other crop of first early potatoes. These will start producing very soon anyway. You see they're a darker colour than those. The pale colour means they're ready to go. These are still growing. But last year I had potatoes growing over here, and I had a big bag of spuds of first early salad potatoes as well, very, very nice, from just a few plants. So it's definitely worth doing if you've got space in your greenhouse. February through to May, get some early spuds in. I mean, by comparison, my early potatoes up at the allotment, and they've been under plastic, they're like this high, you know, so it'll be ages before I get spuds off them. So well worth doing. What's going on over here? Well, this bed is a bit of a mixture. I've just this afternoon planted up 4 tomato plants in the middle, and prior to then I had salads in which will still grow, because obviously greenhouse space is at a premium, so if you can grow things together, you do it. At the back I've got spinach, which we've been eating. That only went in a few weeks ago. It really takes off in an environment like this at this time of year. So a lot of spinach will come. And I've also got lettuces on the front. It's just mixed lettuces. And we've been eating salads off those. And again, they're growing very, very fast. As the tomatoes grow up, they'll shade and they'll need the root space. And then these salads will come out. But for the meantime, it's a good sort of dual use of the bed kind of thing. And by the time these lettuce and spinach are done, I will have lettuce and spinach coming on outside anyway, so hopefully that will be all right. And then the tomatoes will grow right up and we'll have tomatoes. But there's beds like this is so precious. Space is such a premium. You tend to spend a lot of time thinking about, oh, I put that bit there and then that can grow next to it. And when that grows up, that will come out and I'll move. It's fun. Talking of cramming things in, have a look down here. This is a seed bed. Now this has got my outdoor veg in, or some of them. I got brassicas and leeks, and I've experimented over the years with growing these, as we all do, in several different ways. Outside in soil works okay. It can be vulnerable to slug attack, and if it's cold, they can be very slow to get going. So you can have quite small veg at the end of the day. In the greenhouse, in seed trays and modules, obviously it's warmer, you don't get the slug problem. They grow faster, but I have found that they very quickly become root bound, and I'm always having to pot them up in slightly bigger pots, or worse still, I've forgotten about them for a day and they've all dried out and so on. When I started growing them in soil beds in the greenhouse, I didn't have any of those problems. I had the warmth and the strong growth from the greenhouse environment, but growing in soil gives their roots a chance to spread, and I've had bigger, healthier plants as a result. So I'm doing it this way from now on. Certainly the leeks, last year was the first time I grew leeks like this over there, I think. And I had the biggest, tastiest leeks I've ever had. So they'll grow on for another month and I'll transplant them. Here I've got sprouts, calabrese, green summer broccoli, purple sprouting winter broccoli. I did have a row of cabbages here, but I've already taken those out and transplanted them. These will grow on nice and steady in this environment. I don't need to worry too much about slugs. You can get the odd slug in a greenhouse, but you can get on top of them. And these plants, if they're anything like the ones last year, will grow quickly and strongly in this environment. So, what else have we got? Well, I've got a lot of tomatoes. The plants I planted out just here, same batch. I've got two varieties, Crimson Crush and Crimson Cherry. I like the Crimson varieties, they're blight resistant. It counts for a lot in a place like Cornwall where it can be a bit blight prone. I grew these, I planted the seeds out and put them on my kitchen windowsill under light early in March, and they've been potted up once. These are strong plants. I've got a few more will go in the greenhouse next door, and the rest of these I'll plant outside. The cherries I don't put in the greenhouse. I find they tend to grow very, very large and take over the place. So they'll just grow outside. But the crush is both indoors and out. And I do quite well with the tomatoes outside, actually. Providing it's a good summer, you can get a great crop. So that's what they'll be doing. Whilst we're in that line, I've got chilli plants and aubergines. Now these were the very first seeds I planted this year. These were started in early February, again on my kitchen windowsill under light. They've moved out here now, they've been potted up. They both require a lot of heat. You can probably see the aubergines looking a bit pale. They got caught a bit by the cold weather. It's just set it back a bit and its mates. You can see a slight yellowing of the leaves. Hopefully now it's warmed up again, they'll colour up and grow on steady. And the chilli's loving it, actually. They're quite strong. Some quite strong chilli plants this year. I'll be planting these out. The aubergines grow better in a soil bed, so I'll pop a couple in the soil beds down here. And probably some in the greenhouse next door. The chillies I find do better in pots, so I'll just put these into bigger pots. I hope to have a good crop of both. What else have I got? I've got some things in little module trays, some outdoor veg, turnips, beetroot, the small spinach, but I put most of them in the ground. You see the holes? I planted these out this morning to fill in gaps up the allotment because some of the plants hadn't made it. Always have far more than you need. And I've still got some spares here in case someone's planted out today, if they get slug eaten or something like that. I've got more plants yet for a few weeks that I can pop in behind them. I've got lettuces. Those lettuces are the same variety as this. It's just a mixed bag of lettuce. Keep sowing them at this time of year. You'll suddenly forget. You'll be eating lettuce and you'll be saying, "Hey, great, I'm the lettuce king," and suddenly, oh, where's the next? Oh. So you've got to keep successionally sowing lettuces again and again. Just start a tray off once every few weeks, and you'll always be. These will go outside, by the way. It's getting warm enough now, but certainly by the time these are big enough to transplant, they'll be fine outdoors. Also got This is a bit embarrassing. I'll come to the embarrassing bit first, in a minute, sorry. I've got melons, I've got cucumbers, outdoor cucumbers, and I've got courgettes. And I've got plants that have been eaten by a snail, which I found underneath the workbench. They sort of, in the daytime, they sort of hide in places that's a little bit damp and away from eyes. And I spotted him, and he's been chomping right through this lot. It's always a good idea. It's just to check your greenhouse for snails every day if you can, because they suddenly get into a tray like that and wreak havoc. And they hide under benches, they hide underneath pots, and anywhere that's damp and a little bit out of the way. But you can keep on top of them. It's just sometimes you look at the tray like that and you go, ah. Anyway, apart from the slightly eaten melon and cucumber plants, everything's looking good. Like I said, we're eating out of here already. We're having salads and potatoes, and soon hopefully we'll have tomatoes and lots of stuff. There's a lot going on at this time of year in the greenhouse.